Hey everybody, it's Alan, and I hope you are doing well. Let's take another adventure into the rabbit hole of the Warning's discography. Guided by the kind people of the Warning Army. We are going to listen to Wildfire and Our Mistakes. I'm going to give you both studio versions, then I'm going to give you a live performance that has both of them back to back.
We're a wildfire, they try to shut us down. We're the high flyers, they try to pull us back on the ground. We're the restless, the ones who can't sleep at night. I say it's time for a change, say it's time we fight. Until you stand down, the high flyers will not be pulled back on the ground. We'll be restless until things are set right. We say it's time for a change, and we will win this walking the streets with you, feeling nothing again. We're not the same anymore, the spark has gone away. I'm fooling myself with this thing I've created in my head. I've always believed there was no one for me, that's why I want to leave. They say love never dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry. dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry like it's always your fault, but I'm always there to take the blame. It's a dilemma between my heart and my head. You play your part, and it's always me who has to pay for all your mistakes.
Wow. There's a lot in both of those songs that that really hits home. Um, number one, the song Wildfire. Um, I love sort of it sounds like the nature of basically saying you can only oppress us so long before we actually fight back. It's almost a political statement in a lot of ways. The upper class has a tendency to stomp on the people who actually afford them their power, for lack of a better term. We talk about the economic gap between the haves and the have-nots quite a bit, at least I do. And the reality of it is the income gap has widened exponentially over the last 20 to 25 years. And it's ridiculous when you think about productivity going up over 600%, and yet wages have only increased about 16%. And it's remarkable. And the people who are in power, the people who are in charge at any given time over the last few decades basically have this concept that they're geniuses, that they're super smart, when realistically all they've really done is bought their power. They've taken the stagflation that's been going on for the last several decades and caused the gap to widen to the point where the people who are in the working class, the middle class, their voices are being squashed underfoot by the powerful entities that own the politicians in this country. And it's not a left versus right thing. It's a top versus bottom thing. It's look up, the person who's trying to make a living and feeding their family by working at Walmart or Costco or Home Depot or wherever, the LGBTQ community, the people who are minorities are not really the people you need to fear, because they're not actually the ones who are causing the issue. They're not. I'm sorry. But if you're worried about your problem as a middle class person having your influence and your wealth squashed, more taxes taken from you to give tax breaks to the billionaires. I mean, think about that for a second. It's not the people who are sitting there fighting to feed their families. It's not the people who are on, SNAP benefits and food stamps and food assistance. It's the people, or the people who are sitting in the emergency room bleeding and trying to get medical attention. It's the people who want to buy the 10th yacht instead of the 9th yacht. It's the people who need to have 5 homes instead of 4 homes. It's the people who need the tax breaks to grow things on wealth that they have accrued that they're not getting taxed on. It's remarkable. And at a certain point, and I don't know exactly when that point is going to be, but at a certain point, for lack of a better term, the pitchforks and torches are going to have to come out, and we're going to have to take our humanity back. And I'm not talking about just the United States. I'm talking globally, all over the place. This is not just an American problem. This is not just a problem in the U.S. It's a problem everywhere around the world, because the companies that are doing this to us are global entities. They're not just local. And sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a diatribe there, but it's just what that song made me think of. Part of the thing that impacted that even more for me, and you probably saw me, if you were lip reading, say, wow, I love that part. It's Pow's drum part, especially the interludes where it sounds like her snare drum work is doing a march. It's really impactful. It's almost that march to me, that marching snare drum sound to me, sounded like a call to arms. It's not a to arms, but a call to stand up and fight the powers, fight the entities that are oppressing us. I heard that march and I'm like, that sounds like the kind of thing you throw in when you're thinking to yourself, okay, I'm going to put in something here that, although underlying, still has an audible impact on the message that the lyrics are giving. And I think it's brilliant. I absolutely, absolutely love that. In the second tune, Our Mistakes, the line that really caught me out was, it's always your fault, but I'm always here to take the blame. Wow. How many of us have been in a relationship like that at any point in your life? Somebody out there is going to blame you for their thing, and you're sitting there still going back. It's this moment in time where the human soul, the heart, is sitting there forming a connection with somebody who has an ego that's basically saying, well, everything's going wrong and I've made bad decisions, but it's your fault that I've made bad decisions. And the sort of the dominant versus submissive personality relationship that causes people to sit back and take that abuse almost goes hand in hand with the first thing, if you really think about it, because to a certain degree, we're sitting here and we're taking the abuse of the upper class on a regular basis because we think, because they own the companies that we work for, we have to take what they're actually selling us. We have to take what they're offering us because they are the ones who are employing the working class. But at the end of the day, they're sitting there, basically saying, well, I'm making money hand over fist. I'm not putting money back into the company. I'm just holding the subsidy. I'm holding the dividends to the end because that's my wealth. That's my thing. And you people need to work harder so I can make more money. I'm not going to pay you anymore. And I know that's not what they're really talking about, but in a way, I can hear how the one song can connect to the other song if you were to take it on less of a romantically abusive perspective and actually look at it from a relationship of, sort of, for lack of a better term, owner-employee kind of thing. I'm curious to find out how they link it together in the live version.
in the streets where you're feeling nothing again. We're not the same anymore, the spark has gone away. I'm fooling myself with this thing I created in my head. I've always believed there was no one for me, that's why I want to leave. They say love never dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry. I'm always your fault, but I'm always there to take the blame. I'm the dilemma between my heart and my head. You play your part, and it's always me who has to pay for all your mistakes. I knew you were different, but still I risked it all. And fear of loneliness is tearing down my walls. I'm trying to hide it, but I can't deny that this isn't love. The farther I cry, the faster we start to reach the fall. They say love never dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry. It's always your fault, but I'm always there to take the blame. It's a dilemma between my heart and my head. You play your part, and it's always me who has to pay for all your mistakes. You make me cry like they say love never dies, but every time I try, you end up making me cry. It's always your fault, but I'm always there to take the blame. It's a dilemma between my heart and my head. You play your part, and it's always me who has to pay for all your mistakes. Will you fight with me until the very end? 'Cause now that we're a crime, they don't respect our rights. We stepped out in time, we stand down. The high flyers will not be pulled back on the ground. Until things are set right, we say it's time for a change, and we won't win this fight.
Wow. Okay. So clearly I played the two studio versions in the reverse order of how they played them in that live set. And I think to a certain degree that is what gave me the sort of direct correlation between my thought processes on the two and how they both sort of could be related to, the oppression of the working class. Again, I don't know if that's what they're writing about, but it's what it made me think of. So in the chat, trust me, I know you're going to come at me with, no, this is what they really meant. Great. That's fantastic. And I appreciate the education. I'm telling you what it made me think of. Okay. When I listen to them in the order that they perform them live, I hear the separation. But when I hear them in the order that I had actually played the studio version, I hear a little bit more of a through line. So that's just me, my mistake. Don't cut me down here. I forgot to mention how Wildfire has a rhythm part in there that sounds very similar to the Stray Cat Strut in the sense of the chord progression from, one chord to the next chord to the next chord to the next chord. It's played in a different rhythmic pattern, but it has that again, but in a different rhythm timing. I absolutely, okay, two things that the live video made me notice that I couldn't get off of the studio performance because there's no visual there. Number one, I absolutely love watching Pow's eyes. And in that live performance, having that camera come straight across the rack toms between her crash cymbals, the way her eyes, and I've noticed this in other videos, but I have not actually mentioned it, the way her eyes jet right out to the audience. And it's not always there. There's a lot of this, and then her head goes wham right back, and her eyes are focused on something or someone or someplace out in the audience. Her eyes really, really capture a visual, and it's freaking cool. On Wildfire on this one, Allie's bass line, and not just her bass line, but her energy on stage, the way she's feeling it, the way she's feeling the song. It's almost like, I think somebody last week I did the video, which, sort of showed the evolution of Allie's bass playing from, 6, 7, 8, 9 years old up till, when she's 17, 18, 19 years old. And her movement on stage, you could see it really coming into its own in this performance. The way she's feeling the music that she and her sisters have created, taking over her, for lack of a better term, not soul, but the way it's taking over her body, in the sense that she's moving more emotionally connected to the music rather than worrying about making a mistake, because her playing has evolved to the point where she's playing it. It's playing through her. The song is being transmitted through her to the audience. That's the point where a musician's really connected to the song. And I can't get over watching her. I just can't. I am so, for some reason, hyper focused on her stage movements. It's just so impressive. They're all impressive. Honestly, they're all impressive. Danny blows me away every time I hear her sing. She is one of the best young female vocalists out there who's actually playing an instrument, not just singing. I'm just sitting here imagining her just singing and thinking to myself, she'd be blowing people off of the stage if she were just singing, but she's playing and singing. And that is so powerful to me. I can't say enough good things. Anyway, I'm sure I'm sure I'll hear something about it all in the comments section, and I'm looking forward to reading every single comment you guys present to me. So thanks for watching. Please feel free to leave a comment. We can talk about it further. Just know that I appreciate all of you, and I wish you well.